welcome back to DFMTV. I am Dan, the Firestick Man, your source for entertainment, and today we're going to talk about the best Fire Stick for you. We're going to talk about the differences on some of the Fire Sticks here, and I'm going to tell you which Fire Sticks I strongly believe that you should stay away from, and which ones I think that you should make an investment on getting. Let's start off by talking about the second generation standard definition Fire Stick. This Fire Stick here, this one right here, okay, it's a standard definition. Look at the box. It just says Fire TV Stick, okay? This one right here is an older Fire Stick that was released back in 2014, and it was great for its time, but now a lot of things have changed when it comes to the software and the new updates that Amazon has on for these Fire Sticks. And basically what it's done is has dramatically slowed down this Fire Stick. Will it get the job done if you're watching Netflix or Hulu or any of these things? Yes, it will get the job done. But how it functions, how fast it works, you know, when you're switching from one thing to another, it has dramatically slowed down. And over time, as the updates continue to be released with this new operating system that the Fire Stick has and the new interface, these Fire Stick is going to get to the point that it's going to be unbearable to try to function through. So if you happen to have a second generation Fire Stick already, you know, kudos to you. But if you really want to see a performance increase, I recommend that you go with one of the 4K Fire Sticks. And I'm going to talk to you about that next. But stay away from the second generation standard definition Fire Stick. Another Fire Stick that you definitely should stay away from, and this is one of the newer ones that was released, is the Fire Stick Lite. This one right here, Fire TV Stick Lite. Stay away. If it says Lite, no. It's a more affordable Fire Stick, but this is one of those things that you're going to get what you pay for, guys. It is the cheaper of the Fire Sticks. Will it get the job done if you're watching Netflix or yes, I gotta say, I'm not saying that these Fire Sticks won't work for you if you're watching Hulu or anything, but especially if you're a person that likes side-loading applications onto your Fire Stick, this is definitely not the Fire Stick to do it. Can it be done? Yes. How great it's gonna work? It's not worth, you know. I think it's one of those things that you really should just spend a little bit of extra money in and get a better Fire Stick than getting one of these cheaper ones that are just gonna run extremely slow, and it's gonna put a bad taste in your mouth if this is the first Fire Stick that you ever get. Okay, I believe the Fire Sticks are extremely reliable. They're very good to function. They're easy to maneuver through, but you want something that's going to be relatively fast when you're going through the options and everything. Now you have to sit there and wait for it to go to the next screen and everything. If it doesn't say 4K on it, on a Fire Stick, if it doesn't say 4K, stay away from it. Okay, now let's talk about the ones that I do recommend. I recommend the regular 4K Fire Stick 4K right here. You see the box? That one I recommend. It's still a good Fire Stick. It was released back in 2018. It's still reliable. It has a little bit more memory and RAM. Any updates with the new interface right now is taking very well. It's not as fast as the brand new 4K Max, which I'll talk about next, but it is still a good, reliable Fire Stick. So if you're in the hunt and you want to save a little money and you don't want to go for the Max or the Cube or anything like that, then I recommend the regular 4K. Now, you may say to yourself, hey, Dan, I don't have a 4K TV. What's the point of getting a 4K Fire Stick? Well, that's just an additional feature that you can benefit from if you happen to have a 4K TV. But you do not require one in order to use this Fire Stick. Okay? All the Fire Stick will work on any television out there, 4K or not, as long as it has an HDMI input, which 99% of the TVs these days already have. Okay, so as long as it has an HDMI input, you can plug in a Fire Stick to it and it's going to work just fine. Now, the 4K feature, again, is just a feature so you can watch a lot of 4K content when it's available if you happen to have a TV like that, but you do not need it. What we're looking for is everything else that this Fire Stick does that's going to benefit you. More RAM, more memory. The interface in the updates that are taking right now are not affecting how the Fire Stick maneuvers when it comes to, you know, moving from one app to another or from one screen to another. That lag and everything, you're not going to really see much of that with the 4K Fire Stick. So it is taking these updates fairly well. As you know, over time it's going to do the same thing as the second generation, but for right now, I think for the next 3, 4, 5 years, I think you guys are going to be good with the regular 4K Fire Stick. These Fire Sticks are reliable. So a complete factory reset on any major issues that you're having with your Fire Stick will solve the problem. Keep that in mind, even on the second generation. But that's not going to solve any lag issues or anything due to the new interface and the fact that the Fire Stick has a lot of low memory and RAM. That's not going to be fixed. But you know, it just gives you an idea of things that you can do to kind of improve the speed of how everything works. That is the regular 4K. Next thing I want to talk to you about is going to be the 4K Max. This is a brand new Fire Stick. Was released in 2021. Okay, the end of 2021, and I highly recommend this Fire Stick. Why? Because it has a great new feature. It's called the Wi-Fi 6 feature. Okay, this Wi-Fi 6 feature, I'm not going to get too much into depth on how that works. All I'm going to say to do a comparison on is we went from 4G to 5G on our cell phones. Well, now we're going from Wi-Fi 5 to Wi-Fi 6 on our home internet. It just means faster internet, more reliable. If you happen to have a Wi-Fi 6 router, that's going to work well with a 4K Max that comes with the Wi-Fi 6 feature built into it. So you'll be able to get the new connection. Even if you don't have Wi-Fi 6, guys, I still recommend this Fire Stick. I've actually updated all my 4Ks to the 4K Max, you know, simply because of that feature for me personally. But if you don't have that feature and you don't have a 4K TV, it's okay. Still get this Fire Stick. It's going to run faster and better, more memory, more RAM, okay? And it's really the way to go. That is the #1 Fire Stick that I recommend that everybody gets. Now let's talk really quick about the Fire Cube. For those of you that have the Fire Cube or are thinking about getting one, the only benefit for the Fire Cube is the hands-free voice command feature. Now, all the Fire Stick has voice command. If you see on the top of the remote, there's going to be, as you can see right here on this remote, you're going to see a top button. Some the new ones are blue, but some of them have the little icon, microphone icon. I'll put them side by side so you guys can see it. Okay, those two. Those right here are going to be the voice command that all the Fire Stick has. What the Fire Cube offers is voice command hands-free, meaning that you don't need a remote in your hand. All you have to do is say it out loud what you want, and the Fire Cube will automatically go ahead and look for that show, episode, or whatever for you. It works kind of like an echo device, all right? So you just say it out loud. That's the feature that you'll be paying mostly for. But however, the Fire Cube, even though it has more memory, more RAM, okay, and it is a reliable device, it does not have the Wi-Fi 6. Even the new ones that they're building now with the new gen, they don't have the Wi-Fi 6 built into them. Only the 4K Max does. And the 4K Max is cheaper than the Fire Cube. Now, if you want the hands-free and that's important to you, great, go for it. If you're side-loading applications, this is not the device to go with, okay? Because that, you know, hands-free, it's not going to work for the side-loaded applications that you use. So if you don't have any side-loaded applications, you only watch Netflix, Hulu, Prime, you know, anything with paid subscriptions, then obviously that's something you can definitely benefit from. So I do recommend it. But I do want to say, though, that you can get the same reaction and get more features if you happen to have a regular 4K Fire Stick or a 4K Max and get yourself a Echo device separately. If you get those two, you can link the Echo to your 4K device, and now you have the hands-free option, the same thing that the Fire Cube would offer. But now you have two devices, and an Echo device does a lot more than what a Fire Cube would do. So consider that when making that purchase, okay? And the last thing I want to talk to you guys about is the actual Fire TVs. These are televisions that you can purchase from Amazon that have integrated Fire Sticks per se. Built into them. They do everything as a Fire Stick does, but it's just integrated into the television. Those are very good. Some of the new ones have the Wi-Fi 6 capabilities. A lot of the older ones do not, so you really want to read the description when you're making a purchase for a Fire TV. But they are reliable. The memories are very good, actually, on the Fire TV. I don't really have anything negative to say about the Fire TVs. If you have one, if you're planning on getting one, it's not a bad deal to get. But I prefer, personally, again, overall, the 4K Max because of the new Wi-Fi 6. Good RAM, good memory. It runs really, really fast. It is reliable. So check that out. And that's it, guys. That's the information that I want to give you. Again, Fire Sticks to stay away from. Standard definition Fire Sticks and the Fire Stick Lite. Stay away from those two. No matter what, do not buy. Do not waste your money. If you have it, give it away to a friend or something and get yourself either a 4K or the brand new 4K Max. And the Cube is totally optional up to you if you want to do that, but I recommend getting a 4K Max and an Echo to do the same concept as the Cube. And the last thing is Fire TVs. Those are good if you guys want to, but read the description, see if you can get the Wi-Fi 6 feature built into the one that you purchase. I hope this video has been helpful. Please take a moment to subscribe to my channel, like, share, and comment on this video. Let me know what device you got and how well it's working for you. And you have been watching DFMTV. I am Dan the Firestick Man, your source for entertainment. And until the next video, happy streaming.